Hello again. Can you hear me? Yes. So conclusions of these three speeches. Well, I will be very brief because what I managed to catch up and share with you is about 3 Cs: connection, cooperation, coordination. I think this is something that was in all the presentation in different ways. I mean, if we start by the services given, we can't imagine that one business model is serving all. As we use for regional policy, one suite doesn't fit all is the same. So we need to somehow suggest a multi-business approach. We have to connect services. We have to connect services and finance. Everything needs to be connected. I got also another perspective, is the regional perspective, which is really important for the digital innovation hubs. And this is for different reasons. Maurits was highlighting the idea of the regionality for better connection with outside, but the Digital Innovation Hub is one-stop shop, but it's also, let's say, an entrance point for stakeholders. And the question of proximity is really important for companies, and also for the regional innovation hubs. So I think it was also very important, also the connection with technology, but also I would say the need of a matching between offer and demand. I think this is important, offer and demand of technology, the importance, again, of innovation. We have innovation already in the name of the Digital Innovation Hub, but not innovation as such, but also as somehow the power of inventing ourselves and updating ourselves to the need. Of course, the need of skills, updated skills, in order to be able to, let's say, participate in the new needs of these digital innovation hubs, and obviously the sustainability. So I think I can close with this. Not working in isolation, but working in cooperation, coordinated and connected. So I think this is, for now, the summary of the 3 speeches so far. And now, please allow me to give the floor to the next speaker from Leitat, which is Amos Sati. So, not sure if someone needs a bit more of time for this, but he will be moderating the next session. So thank you. Okay. Yes? Okay. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me? Sorry, my name is Amr Sati. I work in Leitat Technological Center. We're just running a little bit late. We're just waiting for a presentation, and we'll be back in about 2 minutes. Is that okay? Thank you for staying with us until now. But yeah, we'll be back in 5 minutes with the presentation. But in the meantime, I think I can just talk a little bit about Digital Innovation Hub. So I work in Leitat Technological Center, which is part of the IM3D Hub as well. It's hosted there in Leitat. And so we are in this digital innovation hubs, we are a part of the service providers of this digital innovation hubs. So we're kind of in the game. It's a new game, and we're trying to see how everything is set up and how everything can work. And from what I see in the previous presentation, the business plan is very important for the SMEs to come in, and what can the hub provide for the SMEs to develop their technologies, to reach the market faster, and to bring innovation to the market as well. So the Commission also has presented a lot of initiatives and a lot of push for these digital innovation hubs and how we can bring them closer as well. And also Leitat is involved in another project which tries to map all the pilot lines around Europe and trying to have also a similar way of having these digital innovation hubs to see how the SMEs can come in and benefit from these pilot lines and start prototyping and upscaling their technologies. So it's a good game. It's an interesting game, and there's a lot of things that is happening in this environment. So this session is mainly focused on the SMEs experiences in the digital innovation hubs and how they can benefit from these digital innovation hubs. So we have 3 cases here. One case will be presented by my colleague, Maji Galindo, who is the Technical and Scientific Director of the IM3D Hub. The stand is over there if you're interested to see us in the stand. So he'll present the case from this hub that already being created. And if you saw earlier also my colleague Pablo Valderrama presented the hub as well the last 2 years, the story of the IM3D Hub. So Maji will give you a little bit of a kind of practical case of what the hub is capable of and how it works. The second presentation will be given by Vicente Masson, which is an SME S3 Innovations, and he will also present a little bit of his experience of how to get the financing for this. So he will talk a little bit about the experience from TetraMax, which is the instrument from the European Commission. It's a European project, actually, and it's an instrument for the digital innovation, and also it's for smart anything everywhere. So it's a practical case of how to reach funding as well. And the last case will be from Juan Antonio Santamaria, who just recently joined the Digital Innovation Hub of Burgos. So he will also tell us a little bit about this, his experience, and how this shaped his SME as well. So without further ado, I think we're still waiting for that presentation. I'm not sure if it's in, but maybe we can start with another one. Is that okay? Okay. So we can start with Vicente Masson from S3 Innovations. He can tell us a little bit about the project Bleu, which is the one that's funded by TetraMax, and he can tell us a little bit about the experience. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello? Well, good afternoon to everybody. Well, I'm the Chief Digital Officer of S3 Innovation. This is a company that is based in several countries, in Estonia, and United Kingdom, and Belgium, and also here in Alicante we have the technical development team. Well, we approached to TetraMax because we saw an opportunity there to get one project that we have seen that could be a breakthrough project to have services of geolocation with more accuracy and respecting the TetraMax spirit, that this was a low energy computing. They are very committed with the reduction of the CO2 finger step in the ambience. So I will go fast with the technical explication of the project. Well, we have been granted with a project. It's called BLEUN, Bluetooth Low Energy Urban Networks. What is BLEUN? Well, BLEUN consists in several devices that we call PBs. They are mobile beacons, and we also deploy in a city tracking nodes. The tracking nodes are able to detect the PBs, the mobile beacons, and we usually put every 400 meters a tracking node. Also, as you can see in the last picture, we also use the smartphone of the users that has the application, because there will be some apps with this, and the smartphone will help also to better locate the things that we want to look for. As you can see, this is the PB. It's a reduced dimensions. It's only like a euro coin, more or less, and it has more or less 40 meters range. And the tracking nodes, the Busca PBs, it's like this, more or less. and they have some of them. We have the capability to have them fit with solar cells. So we are not consuming much energy, sorry. And also the PV has a small battery that can last for about 1/2 and a year, 2/2. And also the Busca PVs, if they are solar, they don't consume energy. And well, the services that that we put here is that the tracking nodes with an app will detect those PVs, or if we want, some smartphones in the network. To sum up, we deploy a urban network with very low energy consumption that gets a very accurate point for every device we want to locate. We use the cloud to send all this data to a central server and to manage the data. And well, this is the multi-business purpose applications that Maurits said. We have here from outdoor location services. The first one is very much used, anti-theft services for vehicles, for bikes, and for other kind of vehicles, fleet management, advanced parking services, lost pets even, or elderly people with Alzheimer or some other kind of disease that can be located easily. It also can be used to locate assets outdoors and indoors also. And also we can use them in terms of indoor location. We can deploy here a small network, and you can have a very accurate map of who has an application or whatever you want in this fair to download to the smartphone. You will have that person located. You will know how the people moves, etc. We also have planned to develop services of points of information, where you go in a city, just walking, he will tell this in your right is the museum, the Van Gogh Museum, this is the Reiki Museum. And we can also develop proximity marketing services, like if you are in a mall and you go crossing the door of a shop, and you can get even offers because you have the application here, and if you have that, hey, I know that you are here. In your smartphone, you can receive special offers. Well, this is we are the leading partner in this consortium. But to do this, Tetra Max wanted in this call to have three parts. One was the technology providing partner. They are Intelligent Parking, a company from the Basque Country that has some similar service with bikes in Vitoria. Then we are the technology receiving OEM partner, that we are more or less the glue of everything and the part who is going to design a turnkey solution addressed to the market. And then we have CEMAP. CEMAP is a production partner that will be the one that will manufacture all the devices that we define after this call. Initially, we plan to deploy. We have to decide. It's to be determined yet. But maybe we do this pilot in Vitoria with more services, or maybe we will go to Roma. We will decide that in a couple of months. And this is these are the conditions of the experiment. We are going to do that, and the characteristics of the pilot to be deployed here. And well, as this is not a technical forum, I have problems with this. They don't pass. Well, this is the last one. How do we, as the title of this roundtable is the benefits from the digital innovation hubs, how do we benefit from that? First of all, the time to market. we reduce very much the time to market because as we have a consortium and we have funding, the speed of development will be much faster. Also the economics, of course, the money. It's better if you have money to develop something than if you have to look for the money. Also the replicability. This technological industry partner will help us in the consortium to have a better design solution that will allow us to replicate it in many cities as a turnkey solution. Then the relationship with third parties. Well, this is not the first meeting of Tetra Mas we are going. You know a lot of companies. You know also your competitors. You can discover new business. So I think this is an important part. And also one of the more important part is the coaching. We receive from Tetra Mas, we receive technical and business coaching. We have started already with the technical coaching, the working plan, and well, we know that we have experts behind that will help us in the success of this project. Okay, thank you very much for.
Thank you, Vicente. Yeah. Okay, so this was one case. So now I will introduce my next speaker, which is Madi Galindo, who's also my colleague in Leitat, who's also the director and scientific and technical director of IM3D Hub, and give us a little bit about the experience firsthand of the IM3D Hub. Thank you.
Let's see just how a digital innovation hub can help companies from the side, from the point of view of additive manufacturing. I will to introduce just only one case, a success case, how companies have used additive manufacturing in our digital innovation hub based on additive manufacturing. Which is the need? The need is to make automatic operations easiest, make the automation of assemblies as simple as possible, try to combine operators, staff with robots and work together. Then, in order to do that, we need to change every robot from industrial robots to collaborative robots. Collaborative robots can manage high weight, just only few kilograms, 2, 3, 5 as maximum. Then the grippers, the manipulators, cannot reach more than 1 kilo. This is impossible if we try to do manipulators in a traditional way. Then, let's see how we face this kind of problem. Let's try to make a kind of manipulator where a structure is completely hollow, where structure is at the same time the piping for vacuum and the piping for compressed air. Then we can also integrate devices, moving parts in one single building. This is just my 5 minutes intervention. Let's see some examples. You have seen this part, probably this kind of part probably in each stand of the exhibition. This is our design. It's coming from my team. And just to solve a problem to pick needles for the instrumentation panel of a car. This is one single piece and acts as, for the formation of the material, as a kind of gripper. Okay? Two fingers taking these parts. And the success was incredible. We tried this part more than 1 million cycles without any deformation, without any failure. Then, in this case, HP asked us to take this part as a successful case in order to explain around the world. For that reason, you will see this part everywhere. Okay? But this is a solution for continental automotive industry to automate one of their processes. You will see, probably, sorry, we will see the part acting, okay? Taking the needle, putting in another place just to demonstrate the. This is the first proof of concept, and this is the final running part. Okay? Okay, next one. Another case. We need to assemble the crystals of the panel, and we need to take precisely, move into the assembly station, make some operations there, and then move again to another station, etc., etc. The solution was at the beginning this kind of mask. Then this mask is weighing just only to less than 1/4 of a kilo, 250 grams. Then it would be possible to join two masks and work with the same robot? Yes, we can, of course. Okay. Then we join these two masks with a bridge, completely hollow, weight 100 grams, okay, and mix together and make a really useful gripper for assembling this kind of crystals. You have some video here just to see how it works. Okay, next. This gripper probably you can see at the stand 223. You will see this completely and really complex gripper, less than 1 kilo also, taking the part out of the mold, placing them into a tool in order to cut with laser some parts of the mask, and finally taking the part and turn around just only in one single gripper, made all of them in additive manufacturing. Okay? The hub, what's the role of the hub here? Just to join the company, explain how we can use this technology and take the more advantage. Currently, this company is designing each week one different gripper for one different application using this technology. And they do by themselves. This is our role. Thank you.
Thanks, Maggi. Okay, so our last presentation will be from Juan Antonio Santamaria, who has just joined recently the Digital Innovation Hub of Burgos. And he has a lot of experience in the automotive sector, so 20 years experience. So he'll give us a little bit of a talk of how this shaped his SME.
Me? Hello, good afternoon. First of all, I would like to apologize for my bad English. Sorry for this. I try to do my best. Okay. I want to present the Digital Innovation Hub Industry 4.0 in Burgos. This is a young hub, digital hub, recently formed. Okay, where we are? Where are we? We are in Burgos, in the Castilla y León region in Spain. This match with the European community and the other people has said that the regional is the key for the exit or the success of the digital hub. Okay, where we the difference between our digital innovation hub and the rest of the hub is that the main promoter or main supporter of our digital hub are industrial companies. Nowadays, we have more than this picture, and as you can see, there are some 70% more or less of the supporters are industrial companies. The tractor is the competence center ITCL, Instituto Tecnológico de Castilla y León, and the rest of the supporters are from industrial area, and someone are business organization. Okay. What are our main skills in Industry 4.0? Our main skills are geolocation, GPS, artificial intelligence, sensors, cybersecurity, cloud computing, collaborative robotics, moreover, additive manufacturing, big data, human-machine technologies, and Internet of Things. As you can see, we try to cover all the technologies of Industry 4.0 because we have a lot of experience in our companies and in our competence centers to make this whole Industry 4.0 technologies. I want to explain one of our success stories in the IoT technology, new temperature and pressure sensors for very high pressure conditions. Who was the user? Nicolás Correy Perbaric. And who was the provider? Supplier, Instituto Tecnológico de Castilla y León, ITCL. Okay. The scope was the Nicolás Correy Perbaric is a technological company that manufacture machines and processes to the food, focuses in the food industry, and the machine and process deactivate the vegetative flora without thermic treatment as in the past, but using heat pressure treatment. Okay. Nicolás Correa Perbaric wants to know what is the pressure and the temperature into the vessels in order to secure the food quality, the traceability, the conditions, the stability of the conditions. Before the project, the process was supposed to be homogeneous. Okay? The solution to meet the needs, the Internet of Things, especially with sensors. ITCL has designed and manufactured a new sensor that is able to measure the temperature and the pressure inside the vessel. For example, the vessel is 6,000 bar and 130 Celsius degrees. And the sensor is able to work in wireless mode. Okay? The measurement of the two variables allows the operator or the machine to interact with the key variables in the machine in order to secure the processes. Okay? And the project was partially financed by ADE, the Junta Castilla y León Regional Government. Okay? I have two more examples, but I don't have more time. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Juan Antonio. I would like to ask, we saw really nice examples here of different success cases from the hubs. But I think maybe some questions are pending a little bit. I have questions for sure. So I will ask the speakers to come up and we'll just have a little kind of brainstorming and a little bit of session with asking questions of how the success stories came to life. Okay, I think the first question that comes to mind, especially for the SMEs, so maybe Vicente, you can tell me, how easy is it to find these hubs?
Well,
and how readily are the information? Because the Commission, as we saw, has a lot of hubs. There's 200 on the catalog. There's over 60 in Spain. So there's a lot of them. But how easy is it to find all this information of the technologies that you need?
Well, the information is not difficult to find, but what is not easy is to earn the grant, because you have to really demonstrate that the spirit of the grant is a gift. As we have heard before, if you go only for the money, you will not get the grant. You will have a good plan with the resources well assigned, just a marketing approach. We are not the marketing guys, but yes, what we can do with this. We have a work plan. We have a pilot, a testing pilot. We have to move our current technology from this point to this other point. And you have to demonstrate that in a very small space, because at least the Tetramax call was about 10 pages or something like that. It's more difficult to apply for a 10 pages call than for a 50 pages poll. It's much easier in that case, because you have to concentrate on the ideas that you have to transmit. But anyway, at the end, you get it. This is the proof that we have got it, and we are very glad with them, and we're working on that with a lot of enthusiasm.
And just a follow-up question on that. Did you find all the solutions that you need in the same place? So Tetramax provided everything that is needed to develop your technology?
You mean another calls or another?
As part of this call, so one call was enough for you to develop the technology that you needed to develop, and also help you with.
This call will allow us to have a pilot and to have a turnkey solution. They don't include full deployment in many cities. What we aim with this call is to have the solution well tested in the market, in a pilot city, and also with let's say a turnkey solution with like a small box with very clear instructions to deploy networks like this in any other cities, or where you think that could be useful to have very precise geolocation services.
Okay. And actually, I want to go to Juan Antonio. In the Burgos hub, the one, does it cover, because we saw in the presentation from Amable that it's very important to have a lot of structure to the hub that covers a lot of different things. So you need from the very beginning of the technology to the validation to reach everything, to have a communal place for everything. Is the hub in Burgos, does it have everything that it takes to bring a technology from the creation of the idea or the validation of the idea all the way to prototyping, all the way?
Okay, as I said before, sorry.
1 second.
Ahora en inglés.
Sorry for.
We have 10 minutes.
Okay, sorry. As I said, one of our main characteristics is the supporters of the hub. It's industrial companies that has a lot of ideas, but wants to translate these ideas to the real world, in the real factory, in the real processes. Then, acting as a tractor of the hub is able to provide these connections between competence centers, service providers, and the real world, in order to match all of the ideas with the solutions. And in our case, all ideas are moving fast and taking place fast too. And the hub is the way to create the ecosystem to move fast all the ideas and the solutions.
Yep.
And for us, it's the most important characteristic for our hub. Okay?
Thanks. I'll go to Maji now, who is my colleague, and I have more of an insight of what's happening at IM 3D Hub. But my question is, how can you entice the SMEs to come to you? How easy is it to get the SMEs to have confidence in the technologies that you're developing and to show them that you're capable of having everything that you can offer in one place?
Okay, first of all, I think is easiest as bigger is the company. It's terrible, but it's here, it's true. As small as the company is, much difficult is to get them involved in this kind of changes, in this kind of adoption of technology, because of the lack of resources, economical resources, human resources, etc. Then the way to overcome this problem is make them easy to prove, to assay, to test, to validate these kind of technologies, to be involved in this. As I present a solution. A problem means a solution. One-stop shop. Everything in the same place. We don't need to move to another companies, to another potential entities or another technological centers, another universities, another research. It's all in one place. Okay? Then the company needs just to come with the problem, join us in the way to solve them, and finally get a solution. Okay, this is what we try to do. For that reason, IM 3D Hub is just only focused in one technology. Because if we want to embrace everything, I think, in my opinion, we need a very, very large organization and and less agile. Okay, as big as we are, less agile we are. And small companies need agility.
Yeah.
Short time of response. Okay, make it easy. This is my vision. Sorry.
Very interesting. Okay. Yeah, very interesting. Do you think, that may be a question for everyone, do you think the hub should provide marketing of the product, providing maybe solutions of how to set up your business model for your product instead of just giving you the services?
Yes, that sounds interesting. But I think that maybe in a second phase, you know, it's better to have the solution well tested, well developed, to avoid with marketing failures. So for me, it's very interesting the market approach, but I will divide it into two parts: the development part, the testing, the help on the technical development, and then if you have got a very good product, it will be very useful to have a marketing assistance from the digital innovation hubs.
Yeah.
Okay. In my opinion, I think we need to make both on the same time. If we are looking for technological solutions, if we find technological solutions and then start with economical and business assessment, and we fail in this item, in this area, all the efforts made in the beginning to try technological solutions make no sense. Then, in our case, we run at the same time the test or let's say, the looking for a technical solution with the economical and business assessment. If both have positive results, it makes sense to adopt the technology. If not, we abandon.
Yeah.
Okay? Because it's just to shorten the time. If companies don't make profit adopting technologies, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Companies want to make money.
Okay. Two different views completely.
Yes, completely.
And in Burgos, is there a partner in the hub that is responsible for marketing or for business models inside the hub already, or is this something that's missing?
In our case, we still don't have more the developments, and our knowledge is focused in solve real problems in the factories. And so the marketing in this case is not the key for us by the moment, okay? But in the future, maybe. We are focused in solve our, mainly our supporters' problems, real problems with real solutions.
Yeah.
And not to try to sell this solution to the market only for by the moment, as I said.
Okay. I think we are out of time, so I'd like to thank my speakers again for the very interesting session, and thank you all for staying until late. We have 5 minutes left until they close the doors, so thank you very much.